Okay, it's 7 o'clock, and we'll go ahead and call this regular meeting of Fairfield City Council to order for Monday, June 8th, 2026. This does start our summer schedule. We meet once a month, second Tuesday in June, July, and August. With that, Councilmember Myers, would you lead us in a prayer and pledge of allegiance, please?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to be here tonight. Thank you for council representing those residents of the city and business owners. Always help us to have a humble heart and a listening heart. Please replace hate with love, fear with hope. We ask you to bless all those who have no one to pray for them, all those that are lonely, all those that have nobody around them anymore. We ask you to bless our fire and our police departments and all that protect us. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Councilmember. Madam Clerk, we have a roll call, please.
Councilmember Myers.
Here.
Councilmember Brill. Councilmember Davidson.
Here.
Councilmember Bessel. Here. Councilmember Paulus.
Here.
Councilmember Pennington. Here. Councilmember Kraft.
Here. I'd like to make the motion to move to excuse Councilmember Brill, please.
Motion is second to excuse Councilmember Brill. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Are there any agenda modifications tonight? Seeing none, do we have a request for an executive session?
No request, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
No executive session. Special presentations. We get another encore performance from the Mayor's Youth Commission. It's their year-end presentation. So would you like to come forward and tell us everything that's going on?
Hello, everyone. It's so fun to be here. We're so happy to be back. I just want to start by introducing everyone here. Sarah, would you like to go first?
Hello, my name is Sarah, and I'm the Secretary of the Mayor Youth Commission.
Hello, I am Maya Ramirez, and I am the Vice President of the Mayor's Youth Commission.
Hi, everyone. My name is Layla, and I'm our Treasurer for the Mayor's Youth Commission.
And I'm Jocelyn Moore, our President. So Mitch wanted us to do a little presentation about our year in review and what we did this year. It was a really great year for the Mayor's Youth Commission. A lot got done, a lot of goals were met, and we have a lot of new ideas for next year, and we're super excited. Is that the clicker? Okay. So just to start off, a little bit about what we do. For those who don't know, we go into different departments within the city and we learn about them, and once a month we create some presentations about them. So here's a couple times where we made our presentations. We have fire and parks and recreation, legal, just a couple there. Yeah, that was what we mainly spent at our meetings, and that's what the roots of the Mayor's Youth Commission are, just learning about the city. One of our biggest events this year, though, was our Utah trip for the National League of Cities Conference, which is where essentially a bunch of other Mayor's Youth Commissions around the nation get together and attempt to solve real-life problems together and learn what it's like just across America, which is really fun. In the top biggest picture in the center, that's a picture of us Fairfield people with some Tampa kids and some kids from a city in California named Vallejo.
I will add that it was a great leadership opportunity. For Fairfield, we had 3 boys and 3 girls go. What we did there precisely was 2 of the 3 days there, I believe. We went to a big building with all these other cities and actually had leadership workshops and held mini competitions. And then, as Jocelyn mentioned, it was also a great opportunity to meet fellow young leaders around the country.
Yes, we went to Salt Lake City. In the bottom left there, you can see our convention center, the Salt Lake Palace. It was really fun, even outside of just the workshops. We got to see the mayor of Salt Lake City do a presentation, and we got to go to a hockey game. We got to try dirty soda, which is famous in Utah. Overall, really fun, and
Yeah, we also went to at the same time at the same convention center. There was, I believe, a business convention going on. So what we were also able to do is just go and see not just small businesses, but big growing businesses, such as the one that made like the manufacturer for the playground at Harbin Park. It was big growing businesses. And one even asked, they were inspired by us and our curiosity and the investments and what goes into them, that they wanted to take a picture of the Fairfield City Group. So it was just a great opportunity.
yes, we were specially picked by Mitch to go to, and that's just a fantastic opportunity. This year, this coming year's National League of Cities will be held in Nashville, so we're very excited to start picking out people for that next year. Another one of our events that we had was not long ago, the HR meeting, where our HR students got to present the big top secret project that they'd been working on all year with my mother. It was I think, yeah, just looking into how to get younger people attracted to finding jobs at Fairfield, which is an incredible project, and they did an incredible job presenting. I can't wait to see what HR will do next year. And our final thing was some of our parties that we had. The bigger pictures are our end of the year party at Harbin Park to celebrate a successful year with the commission. And in the top right are some of our outgoing seniors who, that was our first party. And yeah, that was our leadership team, and they did a fantastic job. They were great to have, and we've learned a lot from them. We have a lot of cool ideas brewing for next year. We're very, very excited about it. And we'd like to thank all of the department heads for taking time to meet with us and just let us learn about what they do, because that's an opportunity that not everyone has, especially not many people our age. And we'd like to thank Mitch Rodas for leading us through this and creating it in the first place. And we'd like to thank Mayor Miller for letting us continue when it was on the fence for a little bit. Anything else?
I just think that the Mayor's Youth Committee is a really good club for our school. It teaches us things to learn about the city, different departments, and really can help us figure out what we want to do in the future. It's been a really fun year.
Yes, we'll remember this for many years to come, and we can't wait to see what future Mayor's Youth Commissions will do long after we've graduated. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being here tonight, and I think you guys do excellent work. I mean, I enjoyed going to the couple of the meetings and watching the interaction and the knowledge that you possess now from what you've learned from staff. I mean, each and every one of you, and I say this all the time, each and every one of you has an opportunity to sit up here someday, maybe in this chair. I would love to see any of you sitting in this chair. So it's a great way to get started. You do a great job. And like I've said before, Mayor Rodas does an absolutely outstanding job working with you folks. I mean, he's good. He's really good at what he does with you all. So again, thanks for coming in and looking forward to next year. We'll see what fun we can get into next year. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, have a great night. Okay, next we have Brenda Davenport with the Community Crafters Crafting Community. Brenda, welcome to the council meeting.
Thank you for the privilege to come and speak to you all. I want to share with you this organization that I'm sure none of you know exists in your community. We're a fledgling group of crafters. The idea is for people to come in, use donated materials. It costs you nothing to come and just relax, make some things. You can take it home with you or you can leave it behind for us to maybe garner some donations, because our goal is to make donations to other community organizations that could use it, helping people feel more connected to their community, even if they can't afford to make that big $100 donation on their own to the food bank. Last year, through the Community Crafters, we made a donation to the Free Store Food Bank and Shared Harvest Food Bank. We also made a $100 donation to the Appalachian Ministries, just through people coming and seeing the table of crafts that were made and making a donation probably for far more than what the craft that they picked up was worth, but they saw the heart that went into it, and their hearts went into it also and allowed us to do more. Our other project that we do, we have what we call Reading with Friends. And the idea is for kids to come in, they get to hear a story, they get a copy of the book that they just heard, they also get to do a craft related to that story. My dream for it is to have community leaders like you be the ones to come in and read the book to them, so that years later they remember that, there was somebody from city council or that mayor came in or that police officer came in and read to us. Those people are important parts of the community. It just plants that little seed in their head that later in life, the seed sprouted somewhere and they remember that that vote that they make isn't just a check in a box. They should know the person they're voting for and make sure that they're somebody that wants to reach the community. And that's
Great idea.
really the reason I'm here today, is to hopefully get some of you to want to come and read a silly book like Charlie Brown, Make a Trade. And just, you don't have to do a lot with the kids. I know not everybody's comfortable playing with kids, but come in, read the book. If you want to just do it deadpan, you can. The kids really just like to hear stories. And then you could leave if you wanted to, or you could stick around and, like in this case, help make baseball cards of their friends and cards for their friends that say, I'm glad you're a part of my team. I wouldn't trade you for anything. Just something simple like that. The big dream for community crafters is to have a place of our own. Right now, we meet in a church because they have a nice big open space and they're willing to let us come in and set up all of our craft materials and craft away. But it would be nice if we, somewhere down the road, would have our own building and could have community members that needed to serve some community service come in and do the cleaning and be a part of that community. Or if we had simple repairs and you had a handy guy that needed some community service hours, he could be a part of the community too. Again, putting all the community together to reach out to the community as a whole.
Great idea.
Okay. I have little handouts for all of you if you want to have more information
Okay,
about us.
sure.
It's a quick overview of it. But again, thank you so much for letting me come and talk to
Brenda,
you.
thank you for coming in, and I will right now say that I will volunteer myself, all the council, and all the staff to come read the kids. And if you don't want to
Thank
do it, raise your hand. I'm going to shame you out.
Well, July 20th is our next reading, so whoever wants to call me.
Yeah.
My phone number is on here.
Okay.
Whoever wants to call me and set it up that they can be the one on July 20th, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, and like I said, I'm sure we can find someone to come to your meetings and read to the kids. There's. Oh, did he? Great. Well, Mr. Walterman's your first reader, so. No, thank you for coming in. It sounds like a great program, and we're more than willing to help, all of us. So thank you. Okay, are there any citizen comments tonight? Anyone want to approach council? Okay, we will move to council reports. Councilmember Bezel.
I don't really have a report, but a follow-up. We all received an email from Mr. Timmer. I think, Mayor, you may be able to speak to this better than me, but you had requested on behalf of some residents that were having issues with our finance, or specifically the income tax department. You said that we would provide some answers in June. Mr. Timmer did follow through with that, and I understand and saw, I just skimmed it, that there's a report outlining everything that took place, and I'm wondering if there's any possibility that we can have a council manager briefing with more details on that in the future, like maybe in July.
Scott and I have already spoken, and we're going to put it on the July council manager briefing.
Well, there you go.
We just got the information recently, and as promised, and thanks to the city manager and his staff. We've got a report that we can digest, and in another month, we will have a presentation to deal with the whole income tax department, and they can discuss what they're doing, what, past, present, and future. And that's exactly what we needed, and I can't thank you all enough for coming up with this. Thank you, council member.
That's all I have.
Thank you, council member. Council member Paulus.
No report, sir.
Council member Pennington.
Yes, I have one item. Public Works will hold an open house tomorrow to discuss plans for the proposed roundabout at River, Grow, and Chateau intersection, and the River Road West multi-use path connecting Grow Lane and Wessel Drive. So the meeting will be a chance for residents to speak with staff to learn about the project and the projects and see how the plans will fill the city's transportation vision. It is from 5 to 7 p.m. and it will be at the Community Arts Center. So that's all I have.
Thank you, council member. Council member Kraft.
I have a couple of things, Mr. Mayor, so thanks for the time. Since our last council meeting, 2 Groovin' on the Green concerts took place. Taylor Swift tribute, attendance was around 1,600 people, and Peter Frampton tribute, attendance was around 1,000 people, did take place over at the Green. Golden Years Expo at the Community Arts Center provided a lot of great information about local services to our 55-plus population. Art Gallery opening Friday, June 5th for the Fairfield City Schools Art Show, and a new display in the lobby of the CAC, so please go check that out if you haven't seen it. Yoga on the Green Tuesdays and Dancing on the Green on Wednesdays have both begun their weekly events at Village Green Park. Both events are free events open to all. Unfortunately, Goat Yoga was canceled this afternoon due to the... Coming up, 5 Groovin' on the Green concerts take place, of course, one every Thursday, 2 Friday by the Lake concerts that will be at Marsh Park up and coming. Fairfield Fest, June 27th, Village Green with a day of music, food, and fun, culminating in a drone show at 10 p.m. Movie in the Park, which will be Hamilton on July 1st, at Village Green on July 1st, as well as Red, White, and Kaboom, of course, on July 3rd at Harbin for the annual event for music, food trucks, and a fireworks show. Quite a busy summer planned.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
And you say the goat yoga's on Tuesdays?
The Goat Yoga was supposed to be this afternoon, if I'm not mistaken. It was actually canceled due to weather. So
Oh, okay. Is that something that goes every month, or?
I'm going to defer to Chris. You know if Goat Yoga is scheduled every single month?
No, Goat Yoga is just a one-off event that we'll try and reschedule. The Yoga on the Green without goats is every week.
Okay.
So the non-goat is
Okay, well,
every week.
I just wanted to go play with the goats.
Have you ever done Goat Yoga?
No.
I highly recommend it.
I just want to play with the goats. I think that'd be really fun to play with the goats, but
It's-
I'm an animal guy.
It's
so
actually a pretty cool experience if you've never.
I bet it is. It sounds fun.
Yep.
Well, thank you, council
Yep,
member.
that's all I have.
Councilmember Myers.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. From Public Utilities, one item. A restoration company has been hired to renovate and restore about 20% of the city's fire hydrants. And they're going to be blasting them and priming them and putting on the final coat. Residents and drivers are going to notice some of those hydrants will have a primer coat, so don't get nervous of like silver or white paint. And then the final coat would be a yellow coat, and that's the final coat. And that is happening. The hydrants that are being renovated or restored are still in service, so no issues there. One question about I lost my train of thought, about the roundabout. So, Ben, will that be broadcast via Facebook Live?
No, there wasn't any
Can
intention.
it be?
So
What's
the-
stopping us from doing that?
The style is open house so that people can come in and more or less ask.
So it's not a
one-on-one
presentation?
questions. It's not
It's
meant
not
to be
a presentation.
No, it's not meant to be a big presentation. It's meant to be a chance where people can talk to staff a little more one-on-one.
Will you be doing any Q&A over a Facebook Live kind of deal in the future?
I can't say that I've ever done that. I don't know that I couldn't do it.
Just one of the lessons learned from Marsh Lake is more communication is better, a lot more. I think we did a phenomenal job on Marsh Lake, by the way. Between the mayor's comments and 2 years prior to it, But, Mr. Timmer, something to consider here is use some of the technology for Q&A that's out there and set that aside for that roundabout since it's so central. Something to consider.
I think we could make some decisions based on our feedback we get after we actually have the meeting tomorrow night and see what questions are raised and how the attendance is.
Okay. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Great, thank you, Councilmember. Excuse me, Councilmember Davidson. No report. Thank you, Councilmember. Looks like we do have a public hearing tonight. Madam Clerk, do you want to read the public hearing notice?
2 copies of the 2027 tax budget as to be tentatively adopted for the city of Fairfield of Butler County, Ohio, are on file in the office of the Clerk of Council of the city of Fairfield. These copies are for public inspection, and a public hearing on said tax budget will be held at the Fairfield Municipal Building, 5350 Pleasant Avenue, Fairfield, Ohio, on Monday, June 8th, 2026, at 7:00 p.m.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Are there any questions, comments from council or the audience? I think that's all we have to do. Okay, great. We've just had the public hearing for the 2027 tax budget, and it is on file if anybody would have any questions. Next, we have the approval of the regular meeting minutes for May 26, 2026. Are there any questions, issues? We'll let those stand approved as written and submitted. Old business, Councilmember Pennington.
Thank you, Mayor. From Public Works, I have an ordinance accepting public improvements and releasing the maintenance and performance bonds for Emerald Lake, Section 4, High Point Court. This is the third reading. I want to make the motion for adoption.
Second. We have a motion and a second for adoption. Any comments from council? Comments from the audience? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
That's all I have.
Thank you,
Mayor.
Councilmember. Next, we'll go to new business.
And I'd like to make a motion to read all new business by title only.
We have a motion and a second to read all new business by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Now we'll go to community and public relations. Mr. Timmer, do you have anything you'd like to add?
We have one ordinance tonight for community and public relations. The ordinance is to amend Chapter 170 of the codified ordinance to eliminate the requirement for a minimum number of members of the Environmental Commission. The maximum membership will remain at 12 members. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Davidson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have an ordinance to amend section 170.01 of chapter 170 Environmental Commission of ordinance 166-84, the codified ordinances of Fairfield, Ohio, relative to Environmental Commission membership. I move to suspend the second and third readings.
Second.
Motion and second to suspend second, third reading. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion and second for adoption. Any comments from council? Comments from the audience? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
That's all I have. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, council member. Next, development services. Mr. Timmer, please.
We have one ordinance tonight for development services. The ordinance is to affirm the designation of the CIC of Fairfield as the city's agency for development and authorize a grant of $375,000 to the CIC for public purposes. This grant will be funded from the Transformative Economic Development Fund as well as the Downtown Development Fund to assist the CIC in prioritizing and executing projects within targeted areas. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Timmer. Councilmember Myers, please, for Councilmember Brill.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have an ordinance affirming the designation of the Community Improvement Corporation of Fairfield as the city agency for development in the city, authorizing a grant of $375,000 to be made to the Community Improvement Corporation of Fairfield for the public purposes and declaring an emergency. At this time, I'd like to make a motion to suspend the second and third readings, please.
Motion and second, suspend second, third reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. Motion to adopt.
Second. Motion and second for adoption. Comments from council? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, council member. Next, public safety. Mr. Timmer, please.
We have one ordinance tonight for public safety. The ordinance is to authorize the city manager to execute an assistance to firefighters grant application and agreement through FEMA. This application seeks funding to purchase additional sets of personal protective equipment. If approved, FEMA would fund 90% of the project with the city responsible for the remaining 10%. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Timmer. Councilmember Paulus, please.
I have an ordinance to authorize the city manager to execute the Assistance to Firefighters Grant Application and Agreement for personal protective equipment for all firefighters and declaring an emergency. Motion to suspend second and third reading.
Motion is second, suspend second, third reading. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Motion for adoption.
Second.
Motion is second for adoption. Any comments from council? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, council member. Next, we'll go to finance and budget.
And expenditures for funds that derive revenue from property taxes, specifically the general fund and the fire levy fund. The two ordinances are for appropriations. The contractual appropriations total $375,000 and include one project, the Development Services Department. The non-contractual appropriations total $120,966 and cover four separate items in the Development Services, Public Utilities, Fire, and Parks and Recreation departments. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Timmer. Councilmember Bezel, please.
Thank you. The first is the resolution to adopt the tax budget of the city of Fairfield, Ohio for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2027, and submitting the same to the Butler County Auditor and declaring an emergency. Excuse me, I'd like to make a motion to suspend the second and third readings.
Second.
Motion is second, suspend second, third reading. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
And move to adopt.
Second.
Motion is second for adoption. Any comments from council? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
And there is an ordinance to amend ordinance number 148-25 entitled an ordinance to make estimated appropriations for the expenses and other expenditures of the city of Fairfield, Ohio during a period beginning January 1st, 2026 and ending December 31st, 2026. I'd like to make a motion to suspend the second and third readings.
Motion is second, suspend second, third reading. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
And move to adopt.
Second.
Motion is second for adoption. Any comments from council? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
And lastly, an ordinance to amend ordinance number 148-25 entitled an ordinance to make estimated appropriations for the expenses and other expenditures of the city of Fairfield, Ohio during a period beginning January 1st, 2026 and ending December 31st, 2026. I'd like to make a motion to suspend the second and third readings.
Second.
Motion is second, suspend second, third reading. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
And motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion is second for adoption. Any comments from council? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, council member. Next, Madam Clerk, we have the meeting schedule, please.
Monday, July 13th, council manager briefing 6 PM, regular meeting 7 PM. Monday, August 10th, council manager briefing 6 PM, regular meeting 7 PM. And Monday, September 14th, council manager briefing 6 PM, regular meeting 7 PM.
We have no executive session, so the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion is second to adjourn. All in favor? Opposed?